Okay, so here we go again. This is game 2, SturmTigers against Black Phoenix. And these guys had an amazing first game together, and Black Phoenix won. And I had no idea these guys were going to play as well as they did. Such a great game from them. They played it absolutely textbook. I didn't really see any mistakes in terms of map direction or, you know, going into engagements. Weirdly, you know, they just did everything really well, and I think that probably caught the SturmTiger guys by surprise, because as we know, you know, SturmTiger G-Up, he is a good player. So, you know, what are we going to see this time? Probably not going to see Soviet industry tactics again, but we do have access to mechanized support and counterattacks. So, you know, it looks like Gecko is actually completely equipped for that. But anyway, interesting to see, by the way, that they're still playing Axis and SturmTiger is still playing Allies. Would have expected a change of teams. I don't know whether there's a little rule about that. Should have looked up what the rules of that were before casting, but I'm guessing that they've just selected their faction. They play 2 games in it. It makes sense, I suppose. Well, the map has changed, which is weird. Alright, so here we go. So this time Locio playing as OKW, and looks like the Axis players have switched factions. SturmTiger G-Up, SturmTiger J have chosen to remain with the same previous factions that they had before. OKW very, very strongly going for the middle. Now look at this, we've got to see the battle group go up straight away with protection from the MG gun. Look at this teamwork, this is beautiful. Straight away with the MG, straight into that building. Battle group is going up. We're going to expect to see some mortars come out from Locio in the center, way before the British can actually get those mortar emplacements up. So this could go really, really well if SturmTiger can't get a foothold on the right hand side right now. Now we are seeing some deep flanking coming in from SturmTiger J, who manages to secure the building against the MG here, and he's not going to win that engagement without any kind of decent support. Doesn't really have anything able to deal with this in the center at the moment. Gecko securing this building has established the foothold needed to take over the fuel, but there's nothing supporting him. There's no way they're going to get that. This is absolutely great starting games. Nice pressure from G-Up on the right hand side. Denies the munitions to the Axis at the start of the game. Here we go. Here's that mortar we were talking about from the Austere straight away. Gecko decides to vacate the building. I'm not sure what I think about that choice. I think he could have got a little bit of support there. Instead, he's going to set the MG gun facing the building. This could actually be really good for him. Instead, Stone Pioneers do jump in there. Much more pressure this time from Allies. Really, really good to see. Nice utilization of the green cover angle here. And trying to assault this building. 2 squads now jump into this building. I'm not sure how effective that is for the windows there. We've got only a couple of windows, don't need that many units in the building. Here we go, mortar is now stepping up. Going to launch straight in on the Vickers gun here.
Marksman trained and awaiting a target.
Here we go, British sniper on the field straight away, and here we go, first shot landed on the machine gun. Is he going to move the machine gun, or is he going to continue this assault? He's never going to win this. He needs to get that thing out of there right now, and as we saw in the last game, SturmTiger J didn't have a great unit awareness, and it looks like he caught that one late as well. Have we just set a precedent for how this game is going to go? I don't know.
They're trying to take it.
Here we go, same strategy by the way, from the Axis players. They go really, really hard in on one of the VPs. Got very, very nice capping here on the northern side of the map with one of the Volksgrenadiers. Both players focusing heavily on team support and just making sure that they lock down these areas. Nothing really that SturmTiger G-Up can do right now. And let's have a look at the army builds. I mean, we went straight in with these conscripts, 3 conscripts. It's not a very versatile army, you know. If you do get caught up by the MG, you really have no way of getting past that. British as a counterpart, again, isn't going to have any way of dealing with those straight away in the early game. So I think it was a mistake here not to go in with an early support loadout. They should have really focused on getting an MG and a mortar out as soon as possible. You know, knowing that their opponents, especially in the last game, were playing very defensively, very built up. That being said, they have managed to keep a decent amount of map control, so it's still fair game at the moment. Nice mortar strike there. It's going to force retreat on both squads. Sorry guys, so apologies for the cough. As I say, I am a little bit sick at the moment. You can call me healthless for now. I don't mind. Alright, so here we go. Nice push by SturmTiger J. He's got the Vickers here. Did take suppression on the infantry squad there due to being in negative cover. So sadly can't get that important flank off. However, the Kubel will get pushed back completely. And SturmTiger J actually invested a lot of manpower into this side of the map. Here we go, no squad awareness. Once more we see a squad with no health. Is SturmTiger J even going to try and retreat it? Oh god! Look at this, we are already reduced down to 1 Tommy squad and 2 Vickers for Jay. He does not want to be in this position right now where he doesn't have that kind of mobile presence on the field. This is really difficult for him. The 2 Vickers are easily countered by the mortar setup that Gecko has, and already SturmTiger J has put the SturmTigers in quite a bad position. Giap so far, again, managing to hold on to everything at least. We've got Flamers to deal with the buildings now, we've got MG support, we have the mortar, so very good balanced loadout from Giap, trying to deal with Gecko on his side. But again, Jay is not going to be able to deal with Locio now on this side. He's just going to run rings around him. So let's see how this one pans out. Interesting to see as well that Black Phoenix have gone with the exact same build order. The 2 LEIGs, very good unit at this point for the current patches. And especially on a map like this, and especially when you've got 2 support armies from your opponents. I mean, look at this, there are 3 MGs on the field right now. LEIGs are just going to have an absolute field day, and the manpower for allies is really going to suffer for this. Again, excellent play, excellent decision making from the Axis. Already we've got LMGs on what, 2 squads? Absolutely beautiful. SturmTiger J has gone in with the commandos again. First commander has been picked now. And look at this, a whole squad lost to an incendiary grenade. Needs to have more map awareness than this. You know, got to be keeping hold of your units up the top here. If you guys aren't doing this already, you know, make sure you're always looking at this bar on the left and right, because you know, you need to know when your squads are getting hit. You need to know when they're dying. So many lives lost unnecessarily. I mean, all you got to do is click on it and press T, or whatever, if you're using grid key, whatever button that is, and they'll just run out of there. It's as easy as that. Oh look! I pressed it and he ran. That was weird.
Territory.
I'm not really sure how Giap's going to break this side, if I'm honest. We've got the infrared half-track coming up again from Locio. These guys love the infrared half-track. And one of the funny actual things about this is that although they're playing the exact same build orders, these guys have swapped factions this game. So they clearly know this strategy very well, regardless of which one of these guys plays either of the Axis factions. Look at this, they even handle their units in the same way. We saw in the last game that Gecko had both of his ISGs grouped up together like this, and now Locio's doing it. We had a mortar up from the off there. It's just the exact same thing going on here from this team, and it just works so well. They have this strategy absolutely perfected, and again, allies, SturmTiger, they're just running around all over the place right now, trying to figure out what to do, trying to find that all-important gap in the Axis, and they need to do it because they're going to run out of time. I think what Giap's going to be expecting here is he's probably going to try and force his opponent into using a commander, well, hopefully like Jaeger or something. The issue, if we're going to have close air support, then we're not going to have the B4 availability. And the B4 is probably one of the few units, few commanders that GF has that could really deal with this bunching up that the Axis players favor. So, you know, obviously if we can get the B4 out, even one shot actually might be worth taking the close air support Stuka hit. You know, just to try and get that mass squad damage and then do some kind of push. But again, it's very, very costly. You know, is he going to have 600 manpower to spare in order to do that when he knows it's just going to get instantly taken down by a close air support doctrine? So they've got to be really, really careful. SturmTiger GF's loadout isn't really a good general loadout for this game. You know, he hasn't really got all that's necessary. You know, if the ISU comes out, it's probably going to be one of the more favourable options right here.
The bunker has been approved with an MG-42.
Oh, nice shot with the mortar. Gets the whole squad. And look at that guy. That guy sank into the ice. That was beautiful. And here we go. We've got the quad cal on the field now. It upgraded instantly. They're going to be trying to suppress infantry on the right-hand side. But there's nothing to back it up right now. And this AT gun is dangerously close to getting hold of that unit. Oh, look at this. This tree went for a little bit of a run there. So here we go, nice backcapping by the way from SturmTiger J. They're trying to get as much map territory as they can. Remember, all these little points count for that little bit of extra munitions, a little bit of extra fuel, and it is going to add up over the long run. Double SG nearly hit the quad car. That may have taken it down, you know. Really, really nice positioning of this unit, just constantly harassing any of the units moving up. Double snipers in from J again. Easily going to be able to hold off infantry for now. SturmTiger GF trying to get this MG gun out of there. Hasn't managed it. AT gun positioning on the MG does take it down. The whole unit's destroyed now. So, oh look, another guy sinks. Oh, he's floating. Some of them sink. Some of them sit on top of the ice. Come on, guys, make up your mind. You know, is it ice? Is it water? Who knows? Programming. Alright, so here we go. The Axis players, feeling a little bit more confident about their position in the mid now, are going to start focusing their directives on the fuel on the other side of the map. Now, they do actually have fairly good control of fuel on the southern side. GF has not been able to break that at all right now, so looks like both Allies and the Axis are going to center their focus on this side of the map for a second. Now, this could work in the Allies' favor. Obviously, if the Axis do decide to split themselves up through the middle, a very, very strong push through the Allies here, especially with the Centaur that's just come on the field, could be devastating if it gets a lot of connections coming in. We're going to watch this engagement very, very closely to see what happens, because this could be make or break. If the Centaur gets a good run in and the AT guns aren't in position, don't forget, Semoisky has a lot of great cover points on it. So, you know, good positioning of this unit. Here we go. It has just been spotted by the infrared half-track. They are going to know it's coming. Are we going to see any AT guns come over to respond? Infrared half-track's trying to get out of there straight away. Cooper's going to go down first, I think. There we go. Rakettenwerfer takes the shot. It's going to be risky for the Centaur to get on the ice with that Rakettenwerfer there. Taking a lot of damages from the Rakettenwerfer right now. Here we go. We're going to see it utilizing the cover here. Hopefully the AT guns aren't going to be able to get that shot on it. Snipers coming in for support. Needs to be more proactive with the Centaur. Needs to get it out of there quickly. This is a unit they cannot afford to lose right now. Nice play by there. Revealing the Centaur though. Axis going to be a little more prepared for it now. Probably going to see some mines go up around the flanks. Trying to prevent that thing from getting into their base wherever possible. And it's worth noting as well that whilst the Centaur retreats, the quad half-track here, more than capable of suppressing these Shrek squads from dealing any damage to it. So with a little bit of suppression from the quad cal, going in with the Centaur to hit the suppressed squads, we've got an absolutely beastly combination from the Allies right here, and all they really need to do, get those snipers working on the AT guns. Could be seeing some great players coming in here. Here we go, Commandos coming in over here on the right hand side. They managed to land the glider. Was that intentional? I don't know. It looks like they managed to get it just behind, and we're going to see the demo charge ability used here. Gosh, doesn't this take you back to the days of Company of Heroes 1 with the airborne? Used to love this.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
Well planned. It looks like the commandos paid off from this time. It's going to make it a little bit easier for GF to come in this side now and try and get that fuel point back. That being said, Allies still do have the fuel point on the right hand side, so this game is still fairly even at the moment. It's only VPs that are really drawing it. Incendiary grenade goes out. GF, very good unit awareness still, manages to retreat in time. Notice we see a much bigger army this time from GF, probably learnt from his mistakes in the last game. Look at this, forcing the Axis over to this side of the map means that we can quite comfortably see Allies taking this fuel position down. If they can get hold of both of these fuel points, it's going to put them in a very, very good position for the mid game. Here we go, Sniper's going to try and get this mortar. Oh, didn't quite manage to connect those two shots there. Centaur coming in once more. Really intrigued to see how this engagement's going to go, because we don't actually see that much AT here at the moment. It's pretty empty as far as anti-tank goes, which is not what you would expect considering the Centaur's been revealed. You know, especially when there's a lot of infantry, you need that kind of AT support. I think maybe SturmTiger J has just seen that as well. There we go. One AT gun does get a hit. Second AT gun going with a hit. Again, utilizing the cover on Semoisky very well to get that Centaur out of there. Making things very difficult.
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
Great play here from Giap, by the way. Notice you'll see a totally different tactic this time around. He's completely adapted to, you know, learn from his mistakes in the first game. Much more balanced army, much bigger army. He's got something to deal with everything. Not sure what this mortar's doing though. It's very close range. Considering the LEIGs are so close.
Fight as never before, Commander.
Here we go. I sense a Giap flank coming on. This is exciting. Here we go. So, SturmTiger J is going to hold off the front lines and the main side of this. Looks like they're drawing Gecko into a bit of a trap here. Now, I imagine he's going to assume that the flank is kind of untouchable right now. Now he does have the tier 4 building here, so anything that Giap does is going to be pretty quickly met with fire from that, so he doesn't want to push in too deep. Looks like Gecko's prepared for it though. I don't know how Gecko has vision, or if he has vision, but he's pretty prepared for this flank from Giap. Nothing serious going to go down here. At the same time, Jay again needs to get stuck in while this engagement's going on. Gecko's going to be in a very weak position when this engagement finishes, and it's really Jay's time to get stuck in on the left hand side and make sure that Axis players, you know, really suffer. Oh, Flamer squad goes down there. It's a big loss for Giap, who definitely needs those when clearing out all of these backline support weapons. Here we go, Jay moving in to assist. The Centaur comes in as well. Are we going to see some squad wipes here? I don't know, probably wants to focus on that AT gun. Here we go, but Gecko is definitely prepared for this. Two AT guns are going to meet with the Centaur. Centaur's going to struggle to get back on the ice as well. Looks like one of the AT guns wasn't prepared though, it goes down. Beautiful. Is Jay going to be able to get himself in a position where he can destroy the AT gun with a attack ground in cover? I don't know. Beautiful working up on the right hand side. Giap is managing to connect with the tier 4 building with the AT gun. Looks like he's getting line of sight from somewhere. I'm not sure what's giving line of sight. Maybe he's attack ground, I'm not sure. Nothing interesting going on this side at the moment. Oh, look at that. Beautiful double sniper with the commandos going in here through the center. Constantly kiting in with these snipers for fear of the LEIG coming in. And these things are going to be desperately trying to target those snipers. So much of a manpower drain for the Axis right now. Tier 4 building is still standing, but it's pretty weak. Great play here by SturmTiger this time around. They're doing a really good job of putting the pressure on. And this time we are seeing the KV-1, so counterattack has been picked this time. It is going to be instantly counterable though if he does go for the B4. Thanks to Gecko. As soon as Gecko sees that, you see close air support locked in there. Gecko was waiting to see that unit, absolutely waiting to see that unit, and now with the confirmation from SturmTiger GF, he's going to be 100% ready for the B4 straight away. So maybe that was a mistake by GF to actually reveal the KV-1 before the B4. I don't know. Oh, here we go, Centaur horribly out of position, hasn't managed to find the cover from this building yet. Fortunately, he just manages to get it before the rate of fire on the AT gun manages to connect. KV-1's going to come around the side and try and take down the tier 4. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with this AT here. There's a lot of AT. He does need to be careful. Here we go, close air support coming in. He retreat now is going to be met with fire. Look at that damage. Takes it straight down. SturmTiger GF really could have benefited from moving over to the side there. That should have been predictable as to what was coming. Quad Cowl not managing to take that unit down, and Quad Cowl goes down to the AT gun as well. It's going horribly for SturmTiger right now. They were in such a good position, they had such a good assault. The Axis have rallied again, and they're just dealing with this so well. Anti-infantry strafes coming in now as well from Gecko. They're pushing off all of the infantry and vehicles that Jay and GF had. Look at this. Oh, even the mortar's going down now as well. I don't know if that's going to get out of there. Double snipers horribly out of position. Come on, get out of there. Oh no, the LEIG as well. One sniper goes down. Second sniper goes down. What is he doing? Why were the snipers there? Oh god. Why am I casting this in sick? My voice is going, and SturmTiger GF has left the game. He must be so disgusted with what happened then. I don't believe that. What a throw. That was definitely a throw. I mean, they were in a really good position. They were slowly working it up. It was great play in the mid game. We were 21 minutes in, and here we go. SturmTiger J calls the GG sync error. But totally understandable. That I did not expect that from SturmTiger, but well played, Black Phoenix. These guys are the new kids on the block. I don't know these guys, never heard of them before. I know Gecko, but never heard of the clan, and these guys have just wrecked SturmTiger in the first game. So absolutely brilliant.